Hi guys, it's Amber Cranston, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome to my channel and to Whatcha Wednesday, which is where I will go over my weekly home fragrance roundup with you guys, from candles that I've burned to non-Scentsy wax and Scentsy wax for you. So I always start with the candles, so let's jump right into it. For October, I always burn my Halloween candles. So there's a couple Halloween candles and then a couple that are not in the pile. The first is a Halloween candle, and it is Wicked Treats from Goose Creek. This one is like a caramel apple, but there's also like a milk chocolate note in it too. It's really good. I like this one. This is probably one of my favorite Halloween fragrances by Goose Creek. One of my other favorites is the one I'm going to show next. The throw on this one was around an 8. It's a really nice fragrance if you love that candy caramel apple type scent. It's really good. Okay, another favorite is Trick or Treat. I just love the label on this. It's so cute. It's like Halloween perfection. It is like sticking your nose down in the candy, in a bag of candy, Halloween candy, after you've been trick-or-treating. It's what it smells like to me. You get chocolate, you get candy notes, you get apple, you get a graham cracker note actually too. It's really nice. This is such a good, perfect scent for Halloween, and I love it. This one I actually burned on Halloween because I thought it would be the perfect candle to you know, polish off my Halloween burning for the month. So the throw on this one is a 7 to an 8. So I think Wicked Treats was a little bit stronger in throw, but it's still, you could smell it all through my downstairs. It was just slightly lighter. So that's Trick or Treat. Okay, next up by Goose Creek is Cherry Cobbler. Now this is a nice scent. It's not like the cherry, I wouldn't say it's necessarily an authentic fresh type cherry, but it's not like cherry medicine or really even cherry candy. It is more of like that canned cherry filling that you can use to put on cheesecakes or make cherry pie, that sort of thing. That's kind of what you get out of this one. And then there's a sweet vanilla that kind of cuts through it, so it's not a super tart cherry. And then there is like a bakery type note to it. Unfortunately, as you can see, this one is a very sooty one. And then the wick, this last burn, one of the wicks decided to dud out on me, unfortunately. But while it was burning, it was a really nice scent, and the throw on this one was an 8. So that is Cherry Cobbler. I'll probably end up you know, melting it instead, since it was having such wick issues. Okay, last one of the candles. This is from Homeworx. It's a brand new this season Homeworx candle, Dutch Apple Pie. First of all, I really love Harry's labels. Oh my gosh, Homeworx labels are so pretty. I love them. And I love the glass jars too that he puts out. The notes on this one, let me read to you. And we have red apple, cinnamon, clove, and pie crust. Now, on cold, I could kind of get a pie crust. It's stretching it a little to say it was there. But if I smelled really hard, I did feel like I got a pie crust. After I melted it, or not melted it, after I burned it, I really didn't get any sort of pie crust. It's more of just like the filling of an apple pie. And let me tell you, it's delicious. If you love apple fragrances, this one is so good. But I was really hoping to get that pie crust note in it too. And unfortunately, I didn't. I'm tempted to get at Ulta, they have the sugared beignets candle out right now, the Homeworx sugared beignets, and I'm tempted to get that and burn it at the same time as this so I can actually get a sort of bakery crust note to go along with the Dutch apple pie. Because the apple in this is just so nice. Apple, cinnamon, and it really does feel like a baked in the oven type of apple pie filling. It is so nice. The throw on it is probably around a 6. I could smell it through the open concept area of my house, but it wasn't the strongest, but I love the scent. It is really nice. I just wish there was actual pie crust notes in it. Okay, so that was my candles. From Goose Creek is, what is this one called again? Brown Sugar Churros. And it is exactly what the name implies. You get that doughy churro sugariness and a brown sugar. It's not really what I would call spicy. I don't really get much like cinnamon. Tiny bit of it, I guess. But this one had a really good throw too, an 8 to a 9. I really like this one. So that is Brown Sugar Churro. Now this is one of my, or it was one of my absolute favorite fall fragrances from Goose Creek. I still really love it, but I've kind of gotten over it a little more this season. But it is Harvest Hayride, and this is a super spicy with some apple type fragrance. If you love super spicy fragrances, fall spice type fragrances, clove, cinnamon, nutmeg type of scents, give this one a shot. I think it's still available. Don't quote me on it though. But Harvest Hayride, it's like walking into, it has that like craft fabric store vibe, so walking into Joann's type of thing. It's that type of spicy, holiday, appley, sweet scents. It's really good. And the throw on it is amazing, a 9. And then Auburn Lake. This is a different scent. It's nice to have with all of the other apple, pumpkin, spicy fragrances. This one's really good. I have it in candle too, actually. But it has patchouli in it. It's like but the patchouli I don't mind. I like it mixed with everything else. There's like herbs and greens, and it's earthy, and kind of aquatic a little bit. It is just a really nice fragrance. Different. There's a sharpness, a sharp herbal note. I think there's an evergreen. I think that's what I'm getting. Some sort of evergreen mixed into it. It's definitely a unique scent. I think you need to like woodsy, outdoorsy type of fragrances to probably like this one. But it is a nice scent. And like I said, I'm not huge into patchouli, but I don't mind it in this one. I think it works really well. And so that's Auburn Lake. The throw on this one is really good too, and 8 to 9. So all three of those Goose Creeks were good as far as throw goes. Okay, Dance of Autumn from the Frozen 2 collection. This is apple. It's an apple spice type fragrance. There's like a touch of fresh apple. It's more fresh. It's good. Outdoors fresh. There's something in it that I'm not too fond of though. I can't remember the notes. off the top of my head, but it's apple, maybe a citrus, like bergamot or something. It's a nice one. I enjoy it, but I probably wouldn't purchase it again. The throw is about a 7. This is one that I do like out of the whole Frozen 2 collection. This was one of my favorites. It's the North Calls, and it's like a fresh scent, but it's sweet. It's like kind of cooling and like a sweet, like maybe blackberry. And then it has this earthy quality to it. To me, it smells like some sort of herb. I could be way wrong. I don't remember the notes. I don't have them on off the top of my head. But I do. I really like this one. There's almost maybe a touch of citrus too. I don't know. I don't know. If it comes back, give it a try because it is really nice. So it's a cooling, sweet, kind of earthy fragrance. And the throw on this is an 8. It was really good. Okay, next from the Retired Buyers is Hemingway, which was from June's Bring Back My Bar. And this is just like a masculine apple type fragrance. It's like a sexy apple. It's like a cologne, like a woodsy type cologne mixed with apple. It's really nice. I like it, and it throws really well. A 9, definitely a stronger one. Okay, this was in the clearance section a few months back. It's Pretty and Plum, and this is a really nice one. I wish I had gotten a couple more bars of it because it is really good. It is like a fall fruit, a fall plum with like brown sugar mixed in. Although I don't think it said it was brown sugar. I think it said black coconut, if I remember. And I guess it kind of has a coconut quality, but not to where you would smell it and be like, if you're not a coconut fan, I don't think this would put you off. It's just a cozy plum, bakery-esque fragrance, and it's really nice. The throw is a 7 to an 8 on this one, so that's Pretty and Plum. Okay, half of these are retired, and the other half you can get right now. Apple butter frosting, you can still get mixed with churro churro to get a hot cider donut type fragrance. It was recommended by Lisa Roberry, and that is actually how I like to melt both of these now, is together, because I do think together they smell amazing. So apple butter frosting on its own is like a vanilla bean buttercream mixed with a apple cider, but it's a very mild apple cider. It's not super spicy. It's a lovely fragrance. And then churro churro is just like straight up fried dough with a touch of sugar. This one on its own didn't impress me all that much, but I really like it mixed. So it's a good combination, and the throw is an 8 when you mix them together. So next up is pumpkin roll. And pumpkin roll is, let me open it. So pumpkin, obviously, and then a soft spice. And I don't get much in the way of bakery in this one. Maybe a touch of like yellow cakiness, but it's not strong. To me, it's like pumpkin pie filling is what it is. It's nice. Between this one and pumpkin cinnamon swirl, I do prefer pumpkin cinnamon swirl, but I do like this one too. And the throw is about a 7 in my open concept. I melted We're All Mad Here to compare it to Monstropolis. You can check out that video. It's in my playlists. Just to see how similar they were, because on cold they both smelled, this one smelled pretty much almost exactly like this one. I did melt them, so check out that video if you want to know how close these two were to each other after they've melted. They are both very good scents though. So that, oh, and the throw on both of them was between a 7 and an 8. So they're both good. So next, I'm going to do a couple in-depth reviews on these, but I figured since I have melted them, I'll go ahead and just share them as well. First off is the Let It Snow 3-pack, which is in the holiday collection. The first one is Happy Holidays. This is the one that surprised me on cold. It's the one I ended up really liking out of the 3 on cold. The notes are festive golden pear mingles with clove and holiday pine to bring joy to the season. Warming, it was a strong scent. I think of the 3, I would say this one is probably the strongest because it's to the point where I have to cut down on the warmers because it was kind of overwhelming for me, but it's a good fragrance. I did enjoy it. So you can get this 3-pack of bars still. The throw on it was a 9. Next is Berry Blessed. Berry Blessed is soft vanilla and cranberry sprinkled with sparkling sugar is pure bliss. Now this was my second favorite on cold, and it didn't disappoint when I was warming it. It's a sweet, tart, kind of cooling winter berry. I liked it a lot. And then Feelin' Pine. This is that super authentic pine, and it's about to make me sneeze, pine note. The notes are let eucalyptus, pine, and a kiss of mistletoe fill you with the holiday spirit. Oh my goodness. Woo, it did. It tickled my nose. Okay. Anyway, so yes, you do get the eucalyptus and you do get the mistletoe in this one. To me, it almost, when it was melting, it had almost a cologne-like quality to it. So of the 3, this was probably my least favorite. And then after melting, my most favorite is Berry Blessed. And okay, next, last but not least, again, I will do in-depth reviews of these 2, is the Disney Villains Wax Collection. First up, we have Just One Bite, which is the Evil Queens. And it says, the temptation is too much to resist when poisoned apple hidden deep in forest woods blends with warm cinnamon and menacing black molasses. If you like apple fragrances, I'm sure you'll like this. The cinnamon isn't super strong, and it's like a red delicious apple. And then there is like this almost earthy quality, kind of, I don't want to say bitter, I don't know how to describe it, but I think it's the molasses in there. It's nice. For me, it's not club worthy, but I do enjoy it. Next up, this is the surprise for me. When I smelled it on cold, I was shocked because this one I didn't know if I was going to like it because it has gardenia in it. Let me read the notes real quick. The beauty of gardenia meets malevolent musk, while juicy blood orange drips over satsuma plum for the sweetest revenge. When I smelled it in cold, I don't get floral at all. I really don't get any sort of gardenia. It's mixed in there really well. It reminds me of candy. Totally reminds me of candy, and it almost to me has a grape quality, but like a grape bubble gum almost. But I love it. I love this one. Once I melted it, it was so good. I love it. It's just amazing. The throw on this was probably about an 8. And then finally is Pour Unfortunate Souls, which is Ursula's. It is an alluring potion of wild blackberry, scarlet raspberry, and bubbly goji berry, wrapped under vengeful vanilla silk, will leave you spellbound. Now, when I smell this on cold, I wasn't that much of a fan of it. To me, on cold, it's too bitter. That goji berry really comes out. But when I was melting it, it was nice. I liked it. I'll probably end up adding this one to my club too, along with the Mistress of Evil. But we'll see. I have to make decisions, and it's hard to do to keep my club under control. Anyway, so the throw on this one was probably about an 8 too. They were all around the same throw. They were all pretty good as far as throw goes. So that's it, you guys. That's what I got through for the week. I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for spending some time with me and watching it. And any of the wax that is available, and if that you may be interested in, and you'd like a consultant and you don't have one, I'd love to be your consultant. My website is down in the description for you. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Until next time, TTFN, ta-ta for now.